Hi everybody, Cheryl Attkisson here, and we recently reached a major milestone in fundraising with the Attkisson Fourth Amendment Litigation Fund toward the goal that organizers set, so thank you so much. And I owe you a brief update on Attkisson versus DOJ and FBI for the government computer intrusions. We had oral arguments heard at the end of January. We're awaiting a decision, and there are many possible outcomes, but I'll go over my understanding of what a few of them are. Number one, the judges could decide that the Department of Justice is right and that I have no case based on, they could say we had plenty of time for discovery and should have learned the name of the FBI agents involved. We call them John Does. We don't have their names. And the government says we should have the names by now. We've had plenty of time. Our counter argument to that is we had 16 days out of over 3 years to perform certain discovery, and the Department of Justice gave us not a single document. We issued many subpoenas to intel agencies and so on. We didn't get one piece of paper, so we say we don't have the names of the John Doe FBI agents because we didn't get a single piece of paper in this narrow window of discovery. They could also win on the point they made that former Attorney General Eric Holder is immune from lawsuits like this, and government officials do enjoy a lot of immunity, and many times for good reasons, from lawsuits, but we argue we fit under an exception. So the one outcome is we could lose on those points. A second outcome is that we could win on those points. The judges may say we didn't have enough time for discovery. The judges may say these officials were involved that we're including in our suit are not entitled to just blanket immunity. And then a third outcome is we could win some and lose some and go back to the trial court on some points, but not on others. And then it's my understanding each side has the chance to appeal the decision, win or lose. So we would appeal or ask the Supreme Court to hear our case. If we lost a point we wanted to appeal, I guess the Department of Justice would appeal also to the Supreme Court if they didn't like the outcome. So that's the next step, and it could be, I'm told by one of my lawyers, many more months before we hear from the appellate court. They have a busy schedule and they decide these cases in order, and they're still looking at cases that were heard, I believe, before the end of last year. They're making decisions on. So we were heard January 29th, and I will be back with more updates, definitely when we hear from the court.